Can you beat Pokémon with nothing but a Dunsparce? Our journey begins in Little Root Town, with our mother spending a bit too much time with these muscular men. I guess these are my stepfathers, but we don't have time for that. Professor Tree is giving me my starter. I can't wait to meet this living legend. What? Why is he even more of a pussy boy here? That's a Zigzagoon, bro! Who gives us the choice between 3 legendary starters to tackle this vicious beast. Dunsparce, Dunsparce, and Dunsparce. After a long, hard-fought battle for the ages, I barely emerged victorious. I then appropriately name him God before heading out to enact his divine judgment. With our first victim being May, whose pitiful KFC meal couldn't hold a candle to God's wrath. We then head back to Professor Tree's lab to receive one of his contraptions, the Pokédex? Who cares, it doesn't matter. God doesn't need no gizmos to win. After a bit of traversal difficulty, which way is it? I made it to Petalburg City. Wait, did I just hear another banger? I then confront my dad about the milk that he never brought home, to which he tells me to fuck off and help the special kid, who catches a roach that no one cares about. Wow, cool, bro. Cool. We then make it through the forest where nothing relevant happens, reaching Rustboro City without much difficulty, where I immediately challenge the gym because there's no way anything could go wrong, which is exactly what happens due to my ingenious strategy of over-leveling and struggling my way to victory. Let's go! We then run into Joe Brandon, whose rat has been stolen or something, resulting in this man and his dog getting their shit kicked in. Wait, this isn't how I remember Tom and Jerry. Returning to Rustboro, I run into May, whose masochistic tendencies led her to challenge me again. It went about as well as you'd expect it to, allowing me to get on a ferry and leave her sorry ass behind. I challenge Brawly, who reminds me that even deities can face defeat. No! It was one hit away! So I return with the one thing that can rival divine might, a shit ton of drugs, granting me the power that I need. Let's go! Let's fucking go! We did it! The hardest part of the game is beat! I run into some weirdo in a cave who's going on about stones. Must be off his rocker. So I immediately leave and get the quickest ferry out of there. My broadcast couldn't afford a bike, so I had to walk, where I ran into another poor individual. Outside the next gym, I crushed the special kid's hopes and dreams and sent him packing. It may have taken 3 attempts, but I absolutely dogged on Watson before getting lost for an hour and a half. It's embarrassing how long it took me to find the Rock Smash TM, which allowed me to go on a fetch quest in Falaba Town. Yay. So I saved Professor Cosmo, only to be sent on another fetch quest, where I run into this interesting fellow. Have you noticed how Team Magma's boss looks like an incel? So for the sake of all women, I finished him, allowing me to finally take on Flannery, who was quite pathetic actually. We destroyed them from step. Who gave me the clout needed to take on my father, who didn't pose much of a challenge either, until I ran into this. We have a problem. Our boy cannot learn surf. So like any good man, I partook in slavery, allowing me to take on yet another gym, which, as you can guess by now, didn't go very well for them. I saved an old couple on a mountain who were really interested in bowls, so I left these freaks and went to the next city, where I run into my favorite person in the whole wide world. May really needs to move on with her life. It wasn't even close, bro. So I leave to retire myself on a mountain, only to be rudely interrupted by a bunch of sexist tweets. So I trace the source, only to find the misogynist himself, whose lack of riz scared even Groudon away. So he ran with his tail between his legs. With Team Incel defeated, I decided to take on the Red Pill community, whose leader had already run away from his crypto scam victims. So I made the mistake of challenging Liza and Tate, who proceeded to kick my ass to the moon and back 6 times before letting me pass. But as we all know, a win is still a win. Yeah, who's bad now? Fuck you, twins! Since retiring to the mountains didn't work, the bottom of the sea isn't a bad alternative. There's no way anyone would be here to disturb my slumber. Are you serious? Kyogre refused to join his Hustlers University, destroying his potential income. This all culminates in a legendary battle between Groudon and Kyogre, arguing about who had it worse. For some reason, the game wouldn't let me take them out with God, forcing me on yet another fetch quest to get Yoshi. We gotta pause this and be serious for a second, okay? Have you guys realized how unbalanced this situation actually is? Groudon over there, he's a ground type, facing a water type. They ain't equal, bro. This is only going one way. Rayquaza pulls up. He's like, yeah, I'm a big dog. He's got jack shit. He's green for no fucking reason. If he was grass, he would be really useful. But they're stupid and made him dragon flying, which means he's 4 times weak to ice. Kyogre has Ice Beam, making it so Kyogre just dominates all of Gen 3 and it's not even close. So for some reason, Kyogre spares us all. I'm just gonna not ask questions and move on, allowing me to show off my intelligence and solve this children's puzzle first try. I fucked up already. Are we over-leveled? Yes, we are. Are we going to destroy him? Yes, we are. Am I going to do it without super speed? Yes, I am. So everyone can witness the glory that is Dunsparce as he absolutely dogs on the final gym, asserting his dominance, showing truly who rules the Pokemon world. With that being said, it was time to enter the end game. With Victory Road looking like this, because I forgot to get the Flash TM. Despite this, I made it through with one goal on my mind: to take out the Elite Four and become champion. But not before stocking up on drugs. I walked up those stairs ready to become a legend, going in with an ingenious strategy that only a Pokemon master could come up with. Spamming Calm Mind and hitting them till they die. Now we are up against ghost types. This is another easy one. Okay, now we have to heal. No! And so I took her out first try with the help of Forestors. Yes! With Soft Sand and drugs to my name, I took out Glacier, hitting the funny number in the process. Drake went down to a couple of premeditated Ice Beams, but not without taking something precious. No! With sadness in my heart, I walked up those steps, ready for whatever fate had in store for me. He starts off with Wailord, giving me a free opportunity to set up. Boys? Nothing a few Forestors can't patch up. With that, I gained +6 special attack to take out this plebeian. What? So apparently it's more tanky than I could ever dare to possibly imagine. But all titans must fall, with Tentacruel being next in line to face God's divine might. But not before a quirky little Forestor, with a single natural disaster taking it out. Yes, sir. Okay, poison type. Low W. Ludicolo goes out to a single Ice Beam, in case you forgot we had +6 special attack. And then he sends out a fish, which I freeze for later consumption. They say there's always a bigger fish, but in this case, it was Dunsparce. He then tries toxic stalling me with my low tick, ultimately leading to his downfall. Let's go! And just like that, the journey has come to an end. My trusty Dunsparce was all I needed to take on the entire region and become champion. Now do it with Wurmple? Are you out of your goddamn mind?